you are in Luxor and have only 2 hours and would like to visit a great place in this time, Karnak Temple will be your choice. If you would like to see the harbor, the sacred lake, the great pyramid, the biggest hypostyle hall all over the world, Karnak Temple will be your choice. If you would like to see the Harkas column, the statue of unknown pharaoh, the temple of Ramses III, Karnak Temple will be your choice. If you would like to see sandstone, limestone, Nubian sandstone, and granite, Karnak Temple will be your choice. Today, we will talk about this great temple, which covered more than 2,000 years from the ancient Egyptian history, from the time of Middle Kingdom to the Ptolemaic time. With Amr, we will speak about the cult of Luxor and some features from ancient Egyptian history in this great city. Welcome, Amr.
Thank you. I insist on the message of Mostafa: visit Luxor, visit Karnak, because Karnak Temple is the second biggest temple over the world. It's not a matter of luck. The duration of building the temple lasted about 2,000 years. It lasted from the time of Middle Kingdom King Senusert I, who was the founder of the temple, up to the Ptolemaic period, which ended by 30 years BC by the death of Cleopatra and the Actium naval war of Cleopatra. About Karnak itself. The Karnak, over its time, it was the cult center of god Amun, who became after that Amun-Ra. The name of that place during the ancient Egyptian times was called Bir Amun, or the house of Amun, according to its function as a cult center for that great god. The god Amun-Ra himself, he was worshipped here for about the same time, or moreover during the Roman time. So about 2,500 years he was worshipped in that place. That place, not like an Egyptian temple, never built by one pharaoh or a king or two. It was built by about 30 kings for most of the most powerful Egyptian kingdoms, powerful kingdoms. Again, the golden age of Luxor, it was during the New Kingdom, which began by Ahmose, by defeating the Hyksos under Ahmose, the great Egyptian king. They started in building a lot of parts inside Karnak Temple. Inside Karnak Temple, we'll see the forms of god Amun-Ra. God Amun-Ra took a lot of forms inside. The most famous of them, the seated or stand figure of god Amun-Ra with the 12 feathers over his head as a kind of wisdom or as a sign of wisdom. The second one is a sphinx with ram's head. It's a sign of power, as powerful god, because god Amun-Ra, he adopted the title of the king of gods. And the third form for god Amun-Ra inside the temple is the scarab beetle, as god of sun during the evening. For more features of the temple, I will let you again with Mostafa to go inside the temple.
Yeah, before we go inside the temple, between Karnak Temple and Luxor Temple, 3 kilometers, connected with Sphinx Avenue. We speak about 200 to 1,400 pieces of this stone, which make a kind of imitation for the god Amun-Ra. Then we will stop in front of the Great Pyramid, the highest gate in Egypt. The original height of this place was 42 meters. Then we will go to the open court, with the traditional division of the ancient Egyptian temples. The open court, which follows decoration, architectural elements. To the right-hand side of this open court, we will find the temple of Ramses III, which is known as Little Karnak or Small Karnak, with traditional division. Open court, hypostyle hall, vestibule, and holy of holies, with many side rooms used as a storage room for the equipment of the temple. To the left-hand side of this great open court, we can see the statue of unknown pharaoh. Till now, we don't know who the builder of this statue. No description gives us any information about the builder of this statue. In this hall also we can see one of the great column dates back to the time of king called Taharqa, 26th dynasty. Also we can see many decorations, many sphinxes inside this great hall. But after we go through the way from the second pylon, we will arrive to the great hypostyle hall all over the world. Amr will talk with us about this great hypostyle.
Now, by leaving the late period court, which Mustafa just described, we'll go to an well-organized part inside Elkarnak Temple. A lot of ages, a lot of Egyptian dynasties added parts inside. That's the special addition of 19th dynasty. It's sufficient to mention King Ramses II of the great dynasty. In front of the court of the 19th dynasty, or hall of courts, or hall of columns, it is fronted by two statues for Ramses II. One of them is standing with the military step. The military step in ancient Egypt is a sign for stability of the kingdom. And then it's going inside the hall of columns now, the hugest or biggest hall of columns all over the world, adorned by 134 lotus columns. The scenes around the columns and on the walls, King Ramses II giving offerings for God Amun-Ra, who is standing in front of him or sitting, as I told you before, as a man with 12 feathers over his head as a sign of wisdom. The outer wall of that court is adorned by the so-called the Battle of Kadesh, one of the most famous wars or battles all over Egyptian history. The leader of that battle was King Ramses II. He is shown here as a warrior king over his chariot with braces and the organized Egyptian army in front of the enemies, who were depicted here in chaos, totally. And he defeated them, and on that wall, the first peaceful treaty in the history of mankind is inscribed. As the king attended to that peaceful treatment with the king of Kadesh, and thus the war ended. And now we will leave the 19th dynasty addition to go to another part of the temple, or some of historians called it as the hall of obelisks, with Mustafa again.
Many people ask about the idea of obelisk, the philosophy of the construction of this great piece of stone which made out of granite. But was just a symbol for the place, that this place is a sacred place, like the minarets in the mosques and the bells in the churches. Two obelisks nowadays standing in this area: the obelisk of the Queen Hatshepsut and the obelisk of her father King Thutmose I. The obelisk of the Queen Hatshepsut, which made out of granite from Aswan, have decoration for the queen, dedicate the construction of this obelisk for the god Amun-Ra, the main god in Egypt in this time, and another obelisk for her father King Thutmose I. Hatshepsut actually built two obelisks. The other one was destroyed and transported in another area in the temple. Passing through this way, we will arrive to the chapel of another chapel for the Queen Hatshepsut. I would like to explain the decoration of this part, because it's the last part in this temple was decorated by Philip Radius, the Prince Philip Radius. He was the brother of Alexander the Great. Made decoration for the outer part of this chapel, which makes something like the baptism decoration in Christianity. For the coronation of the king during the new kingdom, he made decoration or repainting for this part of the temple. Passing through this chapel, we will find ourselves in Middle Kingdom court. From this side began the construction of the temple. Then we will reach to a part built by the great king, famous king, warrior king, Thutmose III. Our friend Amr will speak with us about this part and its decoration and its philosophy.
Indeed, the Middle Kingdom court, it is now in ruins, because the Hyksos who invaded Egypt after the fall of Middle Kingdom. They destroyed all of the old temple or the core of the temple which founded by Senusert first, the king of 11th dynasty in the Middle Kingdom. But the Egyptians had a tradition during that ancient time, no restoration for destroyed places, but for they added some more beautiful and more graceful parts inside the temple. King Thutmose III, or Thutmosis the third after that, he wasn't an ordinary king. He wasn't satisfied just by adding a part here, a shrine, or just a statue for god Amun-Ra. King Thutmosis III, who ruled Egypt for about 42 years, who was a warrior king. He invaded most of all the old kingdoms or old world, and he got gifts from abroad. And so the kingdom of Egypt during that time was very, very wealthy. So he wanted to add a big part inside the temple. First, he added the so-called Akhmenu, or the court of festival of Thutmosis III. It served or functioned as a shrine, another shrine for god Amun-Ra. But here, he presented god Amun-Ra not like only the sun god. He presented god Ra as a god of war, as if god Amun-Ra granted him with all of victories he got all over his battles and wars all over the old or ancient world. So the architecture of that shrine of King Thutmosis III is in the form of a tent, not like the traditional form of the Egyptian shrines, which means that god Amun-Ra is that warrior god who is staying inside the tent as a commander or as a general of the army of Egypt, and he can grant the Egyptians with all of their victories. Around that shrine, the shrine of Thutmosis III, a lot of rooms. One of them has a very, very important significance, as it carries the names of Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, he came to Egypt from the west, and on his arrival to Al-Wahad, or the Oasis, to the west of Egypt, he found there another temple for god Amun-Ra, calling the temple of Hebes. There he adopted god Amun-Ra as a god of himself, and he called himself in Egypt here as a son for god Amun-Ra. Then he gave a great visit to Luxor. He ordered some shrines, some niches, some rooms to be built for god Amun-Ra, and to present him as the son of god Amun-Ra, who granted him with the reign of Egypt, or the rule of Egypt. Here we can see the names of Alexander the Great for the first time written in hieroglyphics. After that, another important room around the shrine of King Thutmosis III is the so-called the zoo of the temple. The zoo, it's a record, not a real zoo, not living creatures or animals inside. That zoo on the wall. Here they recorded all of the gifts for King Thutmosis III in forms of plants and animals from abroad, which the other kingdoms gave to the King Thutmose III just to satisfy him not to be in quarrel with them. And now I will leave you with Mustafa by the sacred lake of that temple. Mustafa?
Considered to be one of the most important architectural elements in any Egyptian temple, the sacred lake. The sacred lake of Great Temple Karnak connected with River Nile with tunnel or pipeline under the ground to give the fresh water for the worshippers and the priestess of the temple before they pray, and it was used also for growth the ducks and the geese which presented for the temple as offering or endowment. Also in this area of the sacred lake there is the broken obelisk of the Queen Hatshepsut, also moved to this area of the temple, and also we can see the scarab, which is considered to be one of the appearance of god Amun-Ra, represented and built by the King Amun-Ra III, and moved also to this area beside the sacred lake, and it was one of the most important symbols dates back to the time of ancient Egypt time. And when we explain the west bank of Luxor and the temple of the west bank of Luxor, we will talk many about this symbol of Khaybar or this cup. This tour just overview in the temple. Just we give you features from the great temple of Karnak. But a lot of talking about this temple, about its architectural element, about its appearance, about the participation in the construction, about the new excavation in the temple, about the new project of the Ministry of Culture and the Ministry of Archaeology for reconstruct the midway between Karnak Temple and Luxor Temple. So I think we need a lot of talking about this temple and about the history, about the cult. Many thanks for my friend Amr, my partner in our program, and many thanks for you for your watching, and thank you very much.